up? What's up, guys? Today we're going to be diving into this fantastic freaking show called Vinland Saga. Guys, this is my show. Oh my gosh. So many things happen in this show, guys. I can't even give you too much context, but let me just say, goes down, okay? And when we're talking about this loss of innocence, man, no one embodies this more than my boy Thorfinn. And guys, this dude went through hell and back, okay? Not just once, not just twice, but constantly throughout the entire 2 full seasons of this show. I'm going to be talking about his trauma, his journey, and the devastating loss of innocence caused by war. So with that being said, please don't forget to grab a snack, drink, and let's dive in. When we first meet Thorfinn, he is just a kid, a bright-eyed, full of dreams, and ready to take on the world kid. His biggest goal is to become a Viking warrior just like his dad, Thor's. And for those of you who don't know, Thor's isn't just any Viking, okay? He is a legend. He's got the strength, the wisdom, and let's be for real, the kind of dad energy that makes you think everything's going to be okay? He outdoes all these other anime dads out there, right? But what makes him stand out is that he turned his back on war. Thor doesn't fight anymore. He's traded the sword for peace, which is a rare thing in this cutthroat Viking world. But Thorfinn, on the other hand, he doesn't really get it. To him, being a Viking means adventure, glory, and honor. He idolized the stories of battle and dreams of sailing the seas. And I would even argue this is where we see Thorfinn's innocence in its purest form compared to the rest of the show. You know, he got his family, he got his dad, he got his sister, his mom, his whole village. My bro is just chilling. See, look, that's nice. Nah, he's too happy. What? Yeah, he's too happy. What are you saying? Yeah, he's gotta go. Wait, what are you talking about? Nah, he's gotta go. Dude, what are you saying right now? Bro, why are you grinning right now? Stop playing. Stop. Come on, man. He's innocent. Yeah, he's gonna go. Bro, what? Yeah, he dies. Thor's dies. Yeah. God, bro. Every single time. But you already know, we can't have our MC have a decent childhood for once. And to make the whole experience even more traumatic, okay, he dies in front of Thorfinn. By who? A guy named Askeladd, one of the most cunning, manipulative characters in entire anime history, okay? This dude is a freaking menace, alright? That's all I gotta say. If you want to know how bad of a menace he is, you can just go check out my other video that I made about him. But anyways, he sucks. Thor's death isn't just a plot twist. It is the event that shatters Thorfinn's entire innocence. One thing that I learned about this show is that innocence doesn't last long in this entire world. By episode 4, we were shown that Thor has sacrificed himself to save his son, showing Thorfinn that true strength isn't about killing, it's about protecting. But does Thorfinn take this to heart? Unfortunately, no. From that moment on, Thorfinn becomes consumed by rage. His entire existence revolves around one thing: revenge. And you can't even blame him. Just imagine watching your hero, your father, your whole entire world taken from you. It's a feeling of hopelessness. From here on, Thorfinn's life spirals into darkness. He swears to kill Askeladd and spends years upon years following him around, fighting in his wars, and challenging him to duels. But here's the thing. Askeladd is an unfortunately smart character. I hate to say it, but he is. He doesn't just let Thorfinn get his revenge. He uses him as a weapon. Truly crazy is how Thorfinn's obsession with revenge strips him away from everything else. His childhood, his happiness, his ability to dream of anything beyond Askeladd's death. He becomes this angry, hollow warrior fighting battle after battle. Not because he believes in anything, but because it's the only way he knows how to survive. The best example I can show you is this scene in the show, which was such a pivotal moment in Vinland Saga, because it showcased just how deeply Thorfinn has fallen into the cycle of violence, and how even the smallest acts of kindness can challenge his whole worldview. In this scene, we meet an old lady who doesn't see Thorfinn as a ruthless Viking warrior. She sees a child. And let's be for real, that is exactly what he is. A kid forced to grow up way too fast. She essentially offers him food and kindness, treating him as if he's just another lost soul rather than a killer. For a brief moment, Thorfinn's cold, hardened exterior cracks. You can see the conflict in his eyes. So essentially, he's not used to this. He's used to people fearing him, hating him, or trying to essentially kill him. But kindness, that is something he hasn't experienced in years. For a brief moment, you can honestly see that he's questioning everything. His revenge, his violence, his actual purpose. And the reason why I'm bringing up this scene is because it's actually essentially important. This moment doesn't necessarily change Thorfinn overnight, but it honestly plants a seed of doubt. It is one of the first times we see him pause and reflect, even if it's only for a brief moment. Encounters like this only slowly push him toward realizing the emptiness of his path and later his search for redemption. And let's not forget the war itself. The sheer brutality of the Viking world is soul crushing. Thorfinn's witnessed countless atrocities, villages burned, innocents slaughtered, lives ruined, and at one point you have to wonder how much of Thorfinn's soul is even left. He's no longer the wide-eyed kid of dreaming of glory. He's a pawn in a violent game, lost in a cycle of bloodshed. And this, my friends, is the true cost of war. It doesn't just take lives, it takes every single thing. And then we get to the final episode of season 1. Spoiler alert, okay? The moment Thorfinn has been waiting for, but not in the way he expected. King Sweeney orders Askeladd to betray his homeland, Wales. But instead of submitting, Askeladd kills the king in a shocking move, throwing the entire room into chaos. Thorfinn finally gets his chance, But just as he's about to take revenge, Cantu kills Askeladd first. And Thorfinn, he is completely shattered. His entire world crumbling before him. Askeladd was his purpose, the driving force behind everything he's done for years. Without him, Thorfinn is left with nothing. No revenge, no purpose, no identity. This moment perfectly captures the emptiness of revenge. Thorfinn spent his entire life chasing this one goal, only to have it ripped away from him in the most craziest way possible. Bro, these authors knew what they were doing, bro. Like, oh my goodness, jeez. Look, I don't know about y'all, but this entire scene, I was like legit sobbing. I just could not help it. It was like so depressing. By the time season 2 rolls around, we get this huge shift in Thorfinn's personality. After losing Askeladd, Thorfinn is lost. Literally and emotionally. He is sold into slavery and spends his days working on a farm, haunted by the faces of those he's killed. In one scene of the show, Thorfinn has a nightmare where he's surrounded by the people he's murdered. They pull him into a pit, symbolizing the weight of his guilt and the toll revenge has taken on him. But here's the turning point. Thorfinn starts to question his life. For the first time, he asks himself, what kind of life do I want to live? And this is where his journey of self-discovery truly begins. One thing that I truly learned from Vinland Saga is, especially with Thorfinn, is Thorfinn's story isn't just about revenge. It is about what comes after. He realizes that violence only leads to more pain and decides to pursue a life of peace. This transformation is slow, mind you, and painful, but it's what makes his character so compelling. When he's confronted by another slave, Ynir, Thorfinn admits his regrets and begins to open up about his past. This is a huge moment because it shows that he's finally starting to process his own trauma. One thing I definitely notice in Vinland Saga is that Thorfinn's journey is one of the most powerful arcs in anime. It is a story about the loss of innocence, the cost of revenge, and the possibility of redemption. Watching him go through from a bright-eyed, sunny kid to a hollow warrior, and finally to someone seeking peace, is both heartbreaking and inspiring all at once. Guys, this show took me on a fucking roller coaster of emotions. Like, it's freaking crazy. I would highly recommend this show to anyone who's looking for something that's new and really, honestly, refreshing in the anime world. So guys, if you haven't watched Vinland Saga, please do yourself a favor and check it out. So for those of you who have watched the show, please tell me what you think. What was the most pivotal moment in Thorfinn's journey? Was it the loss of his father, the death of Askeladd, or one of those quieter, humanizing encounters? Let me know in the comments down below, and I love to hear y'all thoughts. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more future content, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.